Hello everybody, this is Hex Magica, and welcome to yet another part of the Final Fantasy X Let's Play, hosted by me, and featuring today...
You play Blitzball?
A cursor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
You know, you should go to Luca.
Cursors
I'll put my
again
cursor over. I'll put
from
my
Someone
Let's
might know
Play.
who you are, or
Come back
you
to
might find
Promise.
someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Yeah, this cursor is a reoccurring issue, until a few parts in, I have accidentally technoed this entire Let's Play.
It's
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you
a
to
curse,
Luca.
a fate
Promise.
worse than death.
Yes.
rather
Techno, a
stay
fate
here?
worse than death.
Okay, I'll go tell the others.
Wow.
Wait here.
Ouch. I
I
thought we were supposed to be
wonder if I could
roasting
pick
Final
up a
Fantasy
compliment.
X on each other.
Yes.
Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place.
Okay, this
You
is
might upset
like
someone.
this is back when they didn't lip sync
Oh,
Japanese
uh-huh.
games,
Yes.
so that's why you see the cutscenes look kind of awkward. It looks like Riku is saying something she's not.
Yeah, it's... and it gets even funnier, because, Yuna's voice actress tried
My
pacing her
Xanarkand?
lines.
Some kind of...
Oh, it's so
I
bad.
noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, I thought. Since
Yeah.
when?
And that's like, I'm pretty sure like there was one point
Yevon?
Yeah.
in these
Sin?
released games
Luca?
when like
I thought
they would
Sin
have
just
the
took me to a
English
faraway
voice acting.
place
Yeah.
that I could go
But
back
the English
in a
voice
day or
acting
two.
would be longer than the Japanese
But
voice line.
1,000 years
So you just
into
have the
future?
English voice line like
Trail.
overlap with the next line,
Yes.
and it would sound so awkward.
But there's the famous one where Tidus is like, "What are you doing by my side?" And he like shouts it in like 3 seconds. So it's like half a second. But that's all in the future. Today, Tidus is just kicking ships for no reason because he's angry at the world. But actually,
When
kicking
I
a
was
ship
at
summons a
this
giant
point-
whale.
Yeah.
When I was at this point, I hated Tidus. I first played it. This is the one thing I hate about this game, even though I actually think, like, I actually really like this game. But the one thing I hate, Kingdom Hearts level of long ass boring intros, where you basically have to do like, it's just the first like hour or two of this game, and it only really gets good.
I will defend the integrity of Kingdom Hearts and say that the opening of Final Fantasy X is much worse than the opening of Kingdom Hearts, either of those games. But I think
that's debatable. I think I dislike both like evenly. But
okay, but do you ever collect any fruit in the beginning of this game? No. 0 to 10. This game is just terrible. All there goes the cursor.
Yes.
We'll continue to remember that later.
Oh.
But you get to
So
save
kind
in
of
these
PC version of this
bad-looking
game.
menus. Here's Tidus' Asian stunt double, who's come to visit us from across the seas. As we know, oh, never mind. It was only briefly there for a second, and now we're back
So we've
to...
already done the underwater dungeon, so now we're going straight to.
Riku!
Yeah, we did,
he didn't even move his mouse
we
there.
did Tross at the end of, like, last part. And now, yeah, we're on Besaid. This entire part is just basically nothing but Besaid.
Everyone loves Besaid.
Hey!
Why does he look
Evo.
like that? What's with his mouth? And there's something wrong with the HD remake. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's actually this stuff with nightmares.
Do we have the original OST, or do we have the HD OST?
Original.
Okay, because the remake one is terrible.
I'm not about that remake life.
I thought it was alright, but then again, the remake was the first version I played, so I'm probably just biased.
The battle theme of the remake is like actually dreadful. It's really
Yeah, the
hard.
battle theme of the remake actually nearly made me put
I
it
agree
down.
with that.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
agree with
actually
the battle theme,
unlistenable too. That's the only. That's I mean. Otherwise, you know, it's alright. But really, the battle. It's like the battle theme of Chrono Cross is one of the biggest problems of that game. It's like the battle theme of Chrono Cross is so bad. It's like actually a bunch of cats being strung together, hung from a large while, and being like knocked against each other like Newton balls. That's what it sounds like.
See, Waka is someone that pretty much everyone dislikes.
Yo,
Racist,
hiya.
but
The thing about Waka is he gets better.
Try that move
does.
one more
It
time.
does.
Like, look at how
They-
awkward that is
Finally.
there.
Things were starting to look up.
Oh, God.
like
Things
they
are
have not
settled
aged well.
I use the power of sports. He uses the power of water ripples outside of the water. It's the strongest move. Nobody's ever done it before. And he kicks the ball away because he's an asshole. Thank you, Titus. Never to be seen again.
See, if someone was on my street and then they kicked a football like away from the street, then I wouldn't be like, oh wow, that was such a good move, teach me how to do that. I'd be like, what the fuck did you do to my ball? You fucking kicked it into the neighbor.
I meant...
Fucking give me my ball back.
And then he like immediately walks up and is like, I was a Roman centurion. Like, see, this guy's just a crazy asshole. Just get out of here.
Foggy-like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
I'd see. I'm pretty sure, like, James Arnold Taylor's performance in this game is the reason why he ended up being cast as Ratchet.
All right, back to practice.
I mean,
the second game onwards.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I feel that he did very well despite being given very bad voice acting direction. Admittedly, everybody in this game got really bad voice acting direction, and that's why the voice acting in this game is a little bit bad.
It's definitely outdated because, you know, they like these days they wouldn't make you do things like pacing the voice acting to match a Japanese version.
Well, like,
they would just redo them. They just redo the lip flaps.
Yes.
That's what they do nowadays.
Well, like, here's the thing. SCM was talking about this in the last
felt like
part,
I could trust this
and that
Waka,
if you,
so I just had to ask.
the way X's engine is set up is that
it's true Xanarkin
if
was
your
destroyed,
voice acting
right?
lines
1,000 years ago?
aren't
So
set
it's
to the
just a
specific
big pile of
times
rubble now,
the engine
isn't
allows
it?
it, like, sets them to,
Long time ago,
you'll
there were
actually
a whole
crash
lot
the
of
game.
cities in Spira. Big
Wow.
cities with machina
What a great
machines to run them.
Yeah, see,
People play
like that's the
all
kind
day
of thing
and let the machina do the work.
these days
And
they've
then,
gotten better at.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
like to say like most games
Sin
from
came
around
and
like
destroyed the machina cities.
2000s,
Xanarkand
like
along
the
with
first
him.
3 years,
Yeah, that was
like
about
on
1,000 years ago.
PS2
Just
had
like
that
you said.
problem where like
If you ask me, sins are
bad
punishment
with like
for
they
letting
didn't
things get out of
like
hand.
match to lip
What gets me
syncing.
though,
You know,
is we
they
gotta
had
There was
somehow
no
lines
voice
that were
direction.
what some
overlapping.
goofballs did way
Although
back
then
when.
again, I don't remember that
Course,
being a
we must
thing in
always
Metal Gear
repent for our
Solid 2,
sins.
but I'm pretty
That's
sure
important.
like
It's just that
games
it's
are the
hard to
most
keep at it
egregious
sometimes,
examples
you know?
where
And
there's
it
such
was James
obvious
Rico.
like
But Sonic Adventure 2 is
overlapping.
the greatest game of all
Waka
time.
and Riku
So,
couldn't
you know.
both be lying.
Adventure
Why
2
would they?
was it?
Sonic Adventure 2 is the greatest game of all time. Sonic Adventure 1 is actually a terrible game. Oh my god, crazy. Sorry, I'm disturbed by Waka's
That
attempt
was
to
a
swallow
good
the
one,
sun
huh?
there.
I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure.
See,
a
I
team
wonder
living
if
in
the
luxury like that be
HD
pretty
version
soft, eh?
has made
I
these
appreciated the
cutscenes
fact
more
that Waka
awkward.
was trying to
Yes,
change
they
the
did.
Yes,
game.
they
original
did.
version.
But at that time,
They are
all I
very
could think
disturbing in the
about
HD
was
version.
Yes.
everything that
Right,
happened to
because
me.
now you've got
All
the
this
character
started
models like
with Sin.
up-res, they've got better textures,
Maybe if I could find
you know,
Sin
they're
one
better
more
done.
time, I could
So
go
you have
home.
these really like high
For
quality
now, I just lived life
character
until that
models
time came.
having
No
these
more
most
worrying about
awkward
where or
interactions
when
with
I
one
was.
another. Whereas like
Sure,
in
it was
the
hard
original
not to think of
version,
home. But
okay,
I started
the
to feel
voice
better
like
already. A little better.
the animation looks
Maybe.
awkward and it was clearly outdated, but because the models are outdated as well, it looks like it fits, if that makes sense.
One thing I don't get about the HD remaster of this is they didn't really upscale the environments. The environments,
Yeah,
Hey, it's this
didn't,
way.
not really.
yeah.
Is it pre-rendered though, so you can't really do anything about that. I think, right? I mean, they mostly.
I mean, they
pre-rendered.
could have just, like, I can't actually recall if this is pre-rendered or not.
So one thing that happened with Final Fantasy VII is when they made the original, they had these like the pre-rendered
Fuck, is
backgrounds
such an asshole.
were actually done really well, but then they had to downscale it
For
a bit
the,
on the dip
What's the big
at
idea?
the time. But Square being Square, they lost the original version.
Of course.
Really
that's
well done. Like they deleted all the original stuff from Final Fantasy VII. That's why it took ages to port it and everything. But so they had these really good, like when they first did it, and they've lost all of them. So that's why it's basically been impossible to port them. And like recently this team, like I think it was like just a fan team, managed to do this like deep learning AI thing, where they managed to get the AI to piece together the background, a good version of the background, and they like, but that's what they had to do to get those renders back because the renders are lost. Now,
I wouldn't be surprised if Square Enix just taped over the CDs of like copies of Dirge Cerberus or something.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if these backgrounds were pre-rendered, but I'm pretty sure the ones in 12 are not.
No, 12
true.
is
Ones in
all
12
in
are.
engine.
And 12's great. Great game. Everyone should
Yep.
play that game.
Oh,
That game's better than
the
this game.
best PS2 game.
12 is...
Even though I love 10,
Like, I love 10 a lot, but 12 is a lot better in a lot of ways than this game.
yeah, I think like it upsets me that you see all these like top 25 PS2 game lists and they always list 12 lower than 10. But I do think 10 is the like the weaker game, even though I like it a lot.
Like,
I think everyone loves 12. Everyone loves 12 now. They finally caught up to us. It took them 10 years. Everyone
Yes.
loves that game now.
Like
We've been 12 hipsters for so long.
I feel like the
And-
wiki has just been this haven of controversial Final Fantasy opinions for like
Well,
at
it's not
least 10
controversial
years.
anymore. We're right. It turns out 10 years later we were all right about everything. Final Fantasy
no,
13 is a terrible game.
Like, yeah, I love how people have finally caught on with
Yeah,
the 12 love because that was so good.
we were right about it all.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, think of all the lost years Square has had not making a game in the style of 12 because they thought the feedback was that 12 was bad, and now it's
Yes, because they made 13, which is the game equivalent of a root canal.
Yeah.
I see 13 is like, I
So-
mean, whatever you think of 13, like 13 was clearly trying to do the opposite of everything 12 was doing.
Yeah.
Opposite in terms of the setting, opposite in terms of the battle system, and they decided instead of making it all open, they'll make it all linear. So clearly, it's like 13 is like apologism for 12, and ironically, like
Well,
13
here's
is
the-
one we remember as the black sheep.
Here's the thing, is like, didn't 13's development come out well before 12 came out?
They started before, but I think they probably changed things around because
Let me go.
they thought people didn't like
Yeah,
12,
I'm
which I
fairly sure
think
that's
is
the kind
true
of
at the
thing that
time.
happened.
You want me on your team,
I love
right?
this. I love this scene.
Yeah,
This is so-
Waka just
Why he's just
basic...
killing? It's like, I will kill you, Tidus, if you don't join the team. No one will ever know. Nobody knows who you are. You're an anonymous person. You'll die out here, Tidus.
It's
Yeah.
so huge. I'm sure someone
gonna,
there will recognize you.
I'm gonna defend Walker's
You
right
can go back to your old team,
because at
right?
this stage of the game,
It'll
you
be
kind of
fun.
like him,
What do you say, huh?
Here's the
and
thing.
it's only really when you
Come
find out how
on.
prejudiced he is that it's bad.
Yeah.
But the thing with Walker's prejudice is
Sure
none of
thing.
it seems unrealistic.
Not
It
just
seems
that.
like a kind of prejudice that could exist in
Our
this
team
world.
is gonna rock, eh?
Not just that. It's a prejudice he gets over the course of the game.
I thought then that Blitzball
and
and
to be
Sin were
mildly
the
fair
only
to
two
Waka,
things that
He
Spira
does.
and
His
Anakin had in
unit
common.
does continually get kidnapped by Arrow to start this game.
I wasn't too far
Yes.
off either.
Constantly.
Mm. The thing
first-
with Walker's writing is like, obviously us, the
This is where I
audience,
was
we look
born.
at his
I
like
started Blitz
bigotry
when I was
and we're
5.
like, oh man, what
I
a
joined the Aurochs
jackass!
at
How
13,
like
10 years
prejudiced is
ago.
that? But that's kind of the
10
intended
years. We
reaction.
never won a game.
You know, if we're looking
Well,
at that and thinking
after
that
last
guy
year's
is being a
tournament, I
bigot,
quit.
um,
Time seemed right.
that's the intended
Also-
reaction. So
Yeah. I also
Yeah.
just like that Waka is literally the worst Blitzball player of all time. Like,
But yeah, he's
wow.
terrible.
Yes.
10 years.
After quitting, I
You
got
should
this
never
years
job.
they
recruit
never
Walker.
won.
But every time my mind wandered, I thought
Like
about
his
the
stats
game.
are not even good.
His stats
10 years
are
without a single win will
pretty
do that.
solid. Like,
Mm.
he's better than the
My
average
first match
Blitzballer,
last
but
year
that's
was my
not
big chance.
saying a lot.
It's not saying a whole
Something
lot.
else was on my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
I couldn't focus.
Are you
Nice
going to be
excuse.
playing Blitzball
Hey.
to get Walker's ultimate weapon?
Okay,
So
so
you want to win the next tournament?
I
We'll be
will.
watching it all.
I will get the world champion, but I will
So,
not
what's our goal?
show
I don't care how
the
we do.
grind to get it.
As long as we
Hey,
play
that's
our
fair.
best.
You better show all 10
If we
hours
give
of
it
that
our
Blitzball.
all, I can walk away happy.
I haven't even started
No,
it
no, no,
yet,
no, no.
so
If
like
I say what's our goal,
Uncut Blitzball
you
action,
say
please.
victory.
Blitzball
When you
gone
Just
play
a
wild.
view
Blitzball
sitting-
tournament,
Just
play to
you
win.
sitting in the goal as the clock ticks down.
serious?
Did they fix that or not?
Nope. They definitely did not fix that.
Oh god.
Didn't they say?
So if you just go and sit in your own goal, the AI breaks at Blitzball. They just don't chase you anymore. You can just run down the block as soon as you get a
The one from the sea.
Okay, I didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
it's really
It's
very good. I abuse it later on.
But the thing I did with Blitzball is because I wanted to get Walker's ultimate weapon, but I got really pissed off by how long the grind was taking. So I used to always every time I earned one of the items, I would reset all the Blitzball data just to enter another tournament, and then that guarantees that the next item comes up
In return, come
3
tournament time,
times
I'll
instead
make
of
sure we
doing the
take
whole
a
long
cut.
ass a million different tournaments to get it to work.
When-
That takes fucking forever.
When I was a kid, I did all of the grinding for the world champion without resetting Blitzball data. I want to say 8 or 9-year-old me's 150-hour playtime of this game.
They got any food there?
Almost all of it was in Blitzball.
Yeah, 145 of it was Blitzball. The other 5 you just speed running it.
Crusaders Lodge is over
50-hour
yonder.
playthrough
Yuzu
did
and
you
Kata are
defeat
usually
tenants?
As a kid, no.
I've only played
It
the
took me
inferior version of this
120
game.
hours
Right.
to beat penance
Here's the
and
thing.
do everything up.
Over here.
As a kid, I didn't really know how to get stat spheres or any of the end game grinding stuff. So
Of course, I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Titus is going down into the American
I'll
South.
show you.
He
yeehaw.
just never prayed before. What church do you go to, Titus? It's like, Church of Blitzball, I guess.
I mean, they're all Protestant splitters.
Go ahead, you try.
Yeah.
Where did they get that prayer from? That
Oh,
that
our friend
how
is
did
back.
that Jeff
I just
did
noticed. The cursor.
from? It must have been inspired by something.
Probably something esoterically Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most of the things in this game.
Right.
Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any Blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the Blitzball sign for victory.
See,
You
that's
see,
in the universe. That makes sense. But in the real world, I just don't get the inspiration. It seems so random.
It is probably something esoterically
Oh, he's
Shinto.
back. He's gone.
Yes.
He's gone again. The one thing that I do, speaking of the voice acting, when you listen to Titus's inner monologue, it's pretty good. It's pretty well voice acted. He's not shrill and annoying.
It's
So it just makes me think that there's weird voice direction for the cutscene.
So what happened is they gave James Arnold Taylor really bad voice direction, basically implying the ending of this game doesn't happen the way it does, and Titus is looking back on his journey. Which
Yeah.
sure, but even after the look back point, his
It's not 20 years later, right?
yeah,
I don't know.
it's
It's a little weird.
it's just weird. Titus's voice acting would make a lot more sense if it had been given good direction. All of the
James Arnold Taylor is so great.
he is very good. Yes.
Let's think of his roles. He's done Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars. He did Ratchet, and the funniest thing about the Ratchet role is there are so many times when it's basically James Arnold Taylor talking to himself. Taylor plays not only Ratchet, but he plays a million other characters. There's that Guru guy in Going Commando, and he plays that as Ratchet.
Oh god.
So he plays the Guru being an asshole to himself. It's so fucking funny. The Guru's oh.
I don't think
Oh.
any of the people actually in this game are actually bad voice actors, except for maybe the person who plays Yuna. But
I
the person who plays Yuna.
I like Yuna's voice acting. It's a controversial take, but I do like Yuna's voice acting.
I don't have a problem
Hey,
with it.
you!
I don't think
You were
it's
attacked
bad.
by
I
Synth,
think it's
right?
better
Recently,
in the
was it?
Dissidia games
I think so.
and in 10 too.
So,
Yes.
Sin can't be far,
Bad.
right?
Oh, so are we
You're
doing
not
10
hiding
2 after
anything,
this
are
one?
you?
Maybe.
Why would I?
Come on, it's part of the collection, man. You gotta do it.
I
It's
mean,
a sequel.
I can do it, yeah.
I'm sorry. I
I
really
would rather we
so-
did 5's
Okay.
Ultimate
To tell
Dungeon.
the truth, I
So-
don't even know what the Crusaders
If we're gonna talk about 10,
You're kidding,
10
right?
is basically, the best game ever compared to 10-2.
Gotta tell him who we are.
10?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. The
10-2
Crusaders are
is not a
sworn
good
to
game
battle
at
sin.
all.
10-2,
We
how...
have actors throughout Spira,
Yeah.
accepting all who wish to join our struggle.
10-2, however,
The hero
has
Meehan
the
formed
best
Crusaders
iteration of the job
800
system
years
in the
ago as
series.
The Crimson Blades.
Oh,
Later,
debatable.
our ranks grew
I was
and we
gonna
called
say-
ourselves the Crusaders.
I really like
It's
tactics.
also
Sin
debatable, and
ever
also
since.
you spend very
What,
little of
you've
the
been
game
fighting 800
playing
years
playing
and you still
battles.
haven't beat it?
You spend 90% of the game selling
Well, we've
post
steered
office
sin away from
work
towns
to
many
small
times.
people dressed as
And
ducks.
that's all we can do.
Is what I remember of
Nobody's ever been
10-2.
able to defeat it. Our
Or-
mission as Crusaders
Or you also
is
get
to
monkeys
defend
fucking.
towns, villages,
Yes.
and people of Spira.
He-Man?
The main
So,
thing I
then
hated
whose
about
job is it to
10-2
defeat sin?
was just the fact that,
Is
like,
Sin's toxin really
the way the
this bad,
playthrough
sir?
works, to get
It
100%,
does seem
there are
rather bad.
very, very specific
We
things
could
Oh, it's
you have
impossible.
to
It
do.
can't be done.
But I think it better
And if
for
I
you to
can't,
try
like,
and
if I
remember.
can't 100% a
Go pray
game,
for
I'm not
Tim.
really interested in it.
Perhaps Yevon will help you.
It's like,
regain
I
memory.
gave up when I found out there's this really dumbass thing you have to do to get 100%, and you have to do it in a certain chapter. So I just, like, this game is tiring me out. Like,
It's-
I don't want to finish this game.
Yeah, the way
Go
10-2
present
does
yourself to the
completion
temple summoner
is
before we eat, yeah?
really bad. Like, I'm not
You can
defending
literally lose
it.
at You could literally lose at 100% completion within the first 30 seconds of the game if you don't immediately turn around,
The-
go the wrong way, and talk to a Moogle.
Yes.
Thing I will give 10-2 is that the twist in it is actually really good. Like, pulled off that twist pretty well.
I don't even
And I
feel
went
like
with
it's
the
much
way-
of a twist.
The twist being that Yuna and Riku did like tons of drugs in the interim year and became really stupid.
No.
That Pain is actually a rip-off Lulu.
Are we gonna hide the spoilers for people who haven't played that game?
Nobody is playing 10-2 for the story.
Yes. They're playing it for the titty.
The twist at 10-2 is actually
It was then,
that
standing in that
Zanarkand made
place.
the funkiest organ of all time. That it was so funky it could destroy the world.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, I think I remember, like, when I
began
saw
to realize how
the
different this
intro
world
scene
was
for
from my
10-2,
own.
and it's just like this, like, priest woman who just saved the world by summoning a massive monster, suddenly becomes a pop star and starts singing this J-pop song.
Admitted, at least it is
And I was
not
like,
her.
But I
Okay.
didn't know that at the time, and I was just
Yeah.
really pissed off.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
10-2 is the most. It's perplexing.
10 years have passed.
I mean,
since
it's
Lord
perplexing.
Oscar
I'd
became
say
summoner.
I'd say 10-2. I want you to
And
do
finally,
10-2 not
we receive
because
a
10-2 is a
statue for
worthwhile
our
use of
temple.
your time, but because 10-2 is really funny, and it's just a baffling,
What's a
bizarre
high
name
summoner?
that I don't understand how it was ever made.
It's like, I feel like the 10-2 design
I
philosophy was the opposite of
got
this
too
game,
close to Sin's,
where this game takes itself
toxin.
super seriously, and 10-2 doesn't.
I mean, 10 is one of the
It
most,
was
like,
funny hearing myself
nihilistic
make the same
games I've
excuse
ever
over and over.
played.
Funny.
I find
And
10-2
sad.
even bleaker than this game, though.
Those
And let me tell you
summoners
why.
are
All like the
practitioners
places you
of
went and
sacred
gone to have all been turned into
sworn
amusement
to
parks.
protect.
Capitalism has gone rampant. People are like
Only a chosen
playing
few
music
become
festivals where like
summoners.
people have
Call
died.
forth
Nobody, people are
Like
apathetic.
Zanarkand?
Nobody cares about the world anymore. And the world has just and
The
both
Like
the world
Zanarkand,
is
you
prayers
visit
will
it,
come
like-
down to us.
Yeah. It's like a theme park. It's actually
Straight
really
away, you
bleak
visit
and
Zanarkand,
bizarre.
cool.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
So what he meant
I think it's pretty interesting take
was
on
that we
it.
should
Like,
respect some kind of great
does,
man,
like-
or something like that.
I
think.
do think it's kind of interesting seeing what happened to Spira after Down, but the most annoying thing about 10-2 is it just started of Square, like, taking a game that's totally complete, where the ending, like, you know, is a full
It's-
finish of that world. Like, you can't really go anywhere from there. And they're like, oh, well, this game makes money, let's make a sequel to it anyway. Shoehorn it in. And in 10-2, they made it work. But, like, bad things about 13-2's story.
Okay.
Yeah.
13-2 is okay. If we're talking about differences between 10-2 and 13-2, 13-2 is might might actually be the worst game that Square Enix has ever made. 10-2 is actually playable and like funny at times, and you can get entertained from
No
it.
time for
13-2 is the game equivalent of being dunked in a pool of acid, surviving just barely, only to see all your friends and family members be dunked in the same pool of acid.
Okay.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
You can't interfere. It's a rule.
Yeah,
But
but then,
it's
like,
really
so
good.
13-2 is one bad example. Another one is,
Dirge Cerberus.
I was about to say
Right.
that, like,
It's been
so
nearly-
basically all the 7 games that are not
It's been
prequels,
nearly a
the
day
7,
already.
like, media, I should say, that's not prequel.
I think.
Like,
I think.
it's just-
People are
because the
Crisis
point
Core
of
is
7's
bad, too.
ending is that it leaves it ambiguous as to whether everyone survived or not. But then they just totally ruin that ambiguity. So annoying. But
Anyway, the best part about Final Fantasy X is actually Tidus's dream sequences. I love Tidus's dream sequences. They're so wacky.
I hate them.
They're so...
Fine, let him.
They are so
Do you?
kind of tacky and like...
You hate him so
They,
Yeah, I
they,
hate Kid Peter.
they scream of,
If he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how
they
much you
they
hate him.
really scream of like soap operas.
It's a
Yeah.
really bad soap opera.
Honestly, like, you could sum up a lot of this game as really bad soap opera. But like,
Cool.
With swords.
yes. I
Yeah.
mean, everything is better with swords. It's
The
just
soap operas would be
objective
so much
fact.
better. If like halfway through the soap opera, people were just like, it's time to duel. They just like take out swords and kill each other. It would be improved. Meanwhile, Tidus is contemplating naming a lip.
But one thing I have to say about this game is I do like the twist in this game. I know a lot of people like make fun of it.
It's
But-
it's one of those things that's very, very
Is something
well
wrong?
foreshadowed,
The
but
summoner
still
hasn't
feels
taken a trial.
believable as a twist.
Eh?
Well,
The
Yeah,
twist
it's one
being,
of those
yeah,
where, like,
Tidus has no
You
fashion
don't
sense. at all.
notice it until you replay the
there's a room
game.
in there called the
And when you
Cloister of
replay the
Trials.
game, you're like, oh,
Beyond
that
is
makes
where the
sense.
apprentice summoner
Yes.
I think it's a well done
falls. If
twist.
the prayer is heard,
I
the
I
apprentice
mean, we are
becomes
kind of
a
roasting this
fully
game,
fledged
but this game
summoner.
is actually not that
Remember?
bad. I think it's definitely,
So
in terms of
someone's
like the
in there
entire
somewhere,
series,
and they haven't
it's
come back
probably
out.
in the top 5, at
Yeah.
least like the top 6 or something, 6 or
The days
7. I
already
would say
gone
it's
by.
something around there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did the
I
official
put it
ranking.
in
I don't
my
remember
top
what we
five.
put it.
Interest in there?
Personally, because I really enjoy it.
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't
I
you?
think the
not
official.
perfect,
I think we
but it's
officially put
pretty
it at.
solid.
There's already
I think we
guardians
officially
in
put it
there.
at 5 or
Besides,
6,
it will beat it.
I
but-
think we did in our official list.
which is the only one that
What if
matters. It's
something
officially what
happens? What if the
happens.
summoner
Yes.
dies?
And
must be obeyed.
our list doesn't
Like I
include
care.
tactics, so well, it does include tactics, so it throws the whole list off.
I
The
mean,
tactics is great.
yeah, tactics is so good it
Wasn't such a good
transcends
idea
this
after
series.
I mean,
The
tactics
tactics is
replaced
great.
it. Replaced 11. So, oh, okay. Welcome to the best part of Final Fantasy X, the Cloister of Trials. Oh,
Oh.
wait, no, it's not. It's the worst part of Final Fantasy X. This is the equivalent of the gummy strip missions in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, I
what?
think that is a reasonable comparison. But because like, oh, did you get the bonus thing in this? Because if you don't, in the HD version,
No, I'm not an idiot, Techno. Like,
But yeah,
I do mess up a big bit in this part, and
I'm
I'm
excited.
going to have to backtrack due to it. But
I'm excited.
yeah,
They do. It does ruin your life though if you miss in the HD version. If you miss basically any of the spheres, I think it basically ruins your life for the
oh,
rest
it's
of the
just
game.
this one.
it's this
just-
one and Marcolania.
Yeah. Oh, Mark
Oh, I
Ryan.
didn't know about Marcolonia, but I know that this one particularly, you have to fight this massive boss, and it's ridiculously hard, or else you can never get.
I mean, it's literally the same for Marcolania. Like, Marcolania also has a super boss guarding it post Bevel.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that one, but that doesn't surprise me. Because I remember the only one I missed the destruction sphere of in my first playthrough was this one. Yeah, this was the only one I missed.
Because
and
they don't even.
oh
It
my
doesn't
God,
make.
I was
They don't
so
tell you about
annoyed.
it at all. No reason why. I mean, this was the most obtuse one. You just have to like randomly stare at some glyphs.
Yeah.
This one's
Yeah,
kind of honestly ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I kind of.
Yeah, me as a child took like an hour and a half on this. And it took me like this probably takes me not all that long, but like, I was getting very frustrated because I thought I remembered this entire thing completely, but no, I did not.
No, you messed it up. The destruction sphere goes in here.
Yeah.
But like,
It's good that we have a website that tells you how to do these now.
yeah, it's not called Wiki anymore as of today. Who knows what it's called? It could be called anything. You never know. But yeah, it's this one is the hard one, just because it's you don't know that these even exist.
Yeah,
At
you
this
don't
point,
know what to do. It's
you don't know what to do. It doesn't tell you, and these things are terrible, and the music is really annoying. You just want to leave.
And it's...
Yeah, the
But it
music
also,
is right. It would be alright if you didn't hear it on repeat for so long.
and also, Tidus starts pushing this thing. If you push it even like 5 seconds further, you instantly get kicked out, and thus cannot get the destruction
I
sphere.
know. Oh my god.
It's, yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
It's
Game could definitely.
The fact that the like hitboxes on moving the pillars is really finagly as well doesn't help.
And
Oh,
the
you
thing
can
is that
mess
it
up
just
that
gets
bad.
more and more obnoxious as the game goes on, until you finally culminate into the Besaid one, which is like literally an hour.
I mean, the
Say, do you need Pavel?
Bavel one takes...
Oh, the Bevel one, yeah,
yeah.
the Bevel one, yeah, the Bevel one I meant, yeah.
Yeah, the Pavel one is just so poorly designed. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like,
I'm at least glad with Bavel they made it so you can't miss the destruction sphere.
Yeah, because otherwise
yeah,
you literally lose it.
so there's that at least.
Hey! What's gotten into you?
Okay.
Hey, it's okay.
Anyway, here comes Walker.
Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition. Very
Apprentice summoners. We have not met an apprentice summoner.
So what about you?
Yet.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
I like that has already has 50 billion guardians of just like questionable use.
Yes.
Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage. To
Like I
pray at every
don't
temple of
exactly
Spirit.
know what.
Guardians protect
Also,
them.
does Waka never contemplate
in
that
there now.
is this all magic? Is it
One of
a
them's got a
machine,
sure
or
view.
is it just
And
he just
who
accepts
knows what
it?
the others thinking?
I mean, Waka's probably like
Well,
something
how do we
like
come this far?
Yevon.
Yevon.
Might as well go all the way.
And now we have the sweet songs, the song of Yevon, which is much
No,
better than
but the
horrible,
thing with,
horrible
like,
song in the Course of Trials.
Walker says like forbidden Machina, which implies
What
that
are you
there's
doing
some
here?
Machina that's
Didn't
allowed.
think we'd
Yes,
be able to
there-
handle it.
They do say
No,
that there
it's,
are some that are
it's
allowed,
just-
like mostly transportation and stuff.
Electric toothbrush.
Told you she gets mad easy.
This is the first time we've met Lulu and Kimari. I think,
Yes.
Is
yeah.
the summoner all right?
Yeah. Okay. Lulu is
Who
the worst character
are
ever
you?
to cosplay.
Speaking from experience.
No.
Techno, do you have to let out the secret that you are just a Lulu
A belt
cosplayer?
cosplayer. A belt cosplayer.
No,
Thousands of
yeah.
belts.
But
The funny
aside from that, I don't actually hate Lulu. She's alright.
Yeah,
She represents the goth subculture from
The
2001.
only thing about Lulu that annoys me is that she's easily the weakest party member later on.
Yes,
Yes.
she is useless.
Like early on she's good, but later on she just becomes worthless because firstly, her ultimate weapon is like the
Bad.
hardest to obtain.
It's bad and also actually just horrible to do. And,
And also, like, I mean, it's kind of like there's like a neat little gimmick of being able to cast Ultima that does really like strong
look at Walker's
spells.
face. It's so
But
disturbing.
by that point, you can just use attack, and attack does as much damage as Ultima does. So
I
that,
mean,
like,
you
Lulu's
just-
straight on it.
I have become a summoner.
you just use like quick hit.
I have
Yeah, pretty much.
become
Like you
a
quick
summoner.
hit with everyone, and then Lulu becomes basically worthless. Like, it's kind of a shame.
The thing is that Lulu falls off
Man,
way
was I
before
surprised.
that. Like literally halfway through
And
the
here
game.
I was thinking
Yeah.
summoners were all
Yeah,
Even in the
noobs.
post game, like Lulu. Well, okay, the Kamari exists, so Kamari is actually the worst party member. But you know.
Well, Kamari, like, I
Kamar-
feel like they, like, the idea of Kamari, the idea of like, oh, you can make him into whatever you want, would work if they actually like explain that.
Yeah.
But it's not immediately obvious, so it's just kind of dumb how it ended up working out.
I mean, he's
But the
always a
main
worse
thing-
version of another party member, so like, I don't understand why you'd ever really want to do anything. I don't get Kamari.
Yes.
I don't get why.
Also,
I don't
like,
get it.
They make his blue magic just
till you
a
see
limit
this.
break, and that makes it a lot worse.
anything.
Not just
And it's
that,
all
like none of
bad.
his limit breaks are particularly good. Like the best
None of them
one,
are good, yeah.
the best one is probably Mighty Guard.
No, the best one is actually self-destruct, because it means you don't have to play as Kamari anymore.
Oh god.
No, but then you can swap him
I-
out to someone else.
Will you be using self-destruct to kill every game? Hex, I want it to happen. It better be happening. I would like to see Kamari blow himself up at every single boss fight.
That's just like unnecessarily gimping me. I might kill the final. I might kill the final boss with self-destruct. We'll see.
Okay, I'm excited.
Alright, so are we agreed that the best party members are Riku, Auron, and either Yuna or Tidus?
I think the four most useful are Riku, Auron, and then Tidus and Yuna are kind of equal.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I'd say Orin falls off also, in the post-game at least.
Auron at least
Yeah, I mean,
has the
yeah,
one of the best weapons for the post game though.
Yeah.
I
Well, the
think
post-game is
gimmick-
just Tidus, Yuna, Riku, honestly. That's what the post-game is.
Yes.
Auron's weapon stops being useful. Although, actually no, the gimmick with his weapon means that it stays useful, sorry.
I've
I'm
never
getting
seen
mixed
anything
up.
like it in my life.
Whereas the other ones
Sure,
get less
it was a
useful
little
with
scary,
their gimmick.
but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness
Yeah, so
coming
like
from it.
Auron is like I wouldn't say he falls off just because his weapon stays useful, but none of his limit breaks are any
Okay, what do you
good.
name Battle
I
for?
remember.
What? Come on.
That night, we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then.
You didn't
but
name
after
it
that
just... Okay, we gotta think of names we're gonna call Battle for that.
for everyone,
Bin chicken?
for
Yeah.
me.
Bin Chicken? Yeah, we'll just call him the Bin Chicken.
Okay.
Battle for is the Bin
Let me
Chicken now.
introduce
Battle
you to
for
the
is
team.
useless.
This
Yes.
guy here wants into the tournament so bad. I let him on the team.
None of the I never found myself
His
using
memory's
any
a
of the
little
summons
fuzzy,
other
so
than
don't
Anima,
mind him if he says
and
anything odd.
and that one is
Come
so
on, say hi.
overpowered.
It's true, they actually
Because
are
I'm
all
pretty
kind of
sure once
useless.
Yeah.
have a look, to have max stats, like Anima can kill
hi,
a lot of
guys.
the Dark Aeons, and it's quite hilarious.
The thing
So
about Anima is
what's our
that actually
goal?
Anima was useless in the original version.
Yes, it was. Because the limit break of
Nope,
Anima
we got a
in
new
the
goal
original only did one
A new
hit.
goal?
And in
Victory
every other
to
version
win every
except
match,
for
defeat
the
every
original,
opposing team. Bring the Crystal Cup back
Anima's
to our island.
Overdrive does
That's all we
like
need to do to
17
win.
or 18
Easy, huh?
hits.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Tidus has begun his own
I know
little fast
that
drive
in the
here.
version I played, it can kill the Dark Aeons, and it's quite funny. Like you can kill most Dark Aeons with like one use of it.
Yes, you can.
Stay away from the summoner.
Yeah, here's the best time in the game. You better be playing it at least 5 times.
You heathen!
Oh, I love
Stay
one
away
thing I
from
loved
the
about the HD
summoner.
version is they
Stay
bring those
away
lines
from
back
the summoner.
when you fight the Dark Aeon.
Lady Yuna,
It's so
be
funny.
careful.
It was
Okay, I'll
really
bring
my
it back.
fault to begin with.
Oh,
Stay away
I'm
from the
Yuna.
summoner.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
It's such an awkward intro.
Sorry about
Yes. I mean,
Okay,
Yuna is a
What am I
very
not supposed
awkward
to-
person, so
Yes,
like,
kind of
makes sense.
Oh no, I was
I
overcome.
wonder if it would be interesting to have a a prequel to this game where you
Oh, the
play as
Jax people? Yes, of course.
Aqua.
Final Fantasy Jax. Who doesn't want Final Fantasy Jax?
I think I can become
Jax is
house
always the
summoner.
best character in this game. I mean, besides Lauren. But, I mean, come on, I want more Jax.
Play with me some more.
I mean, there's literally going to be a part dedicated to me getting all the Jet Spheres, so...
So, tomorrow then.
That sounds fun. I hated
We're
that.
going on
Like
the
I
same
hated
boat,
the
aren't we?
Jax because
really?
like
We can.
So much backtracking.
Huh.
Yep.
Yep. So where I'm at,
You can
so,
tell me all about Xanarkand.
so with recording, I've just recorded up to like Spheramorph.
Cute, yeah?
Okay.
So like now I have to go back
No
and
promises there, big guy.
backtrack to
Hey,
get
what
the
if she's
say
like
Jack
Johnny
Sphere.
Me?
Otherwise,
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
misery.
If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
That's such a bad design choice.
It.
Because you can't even get... I mean, it's okay in the original version of the game. Because you can just get whenever, but yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Stay away from the summoner. Go talk to her, come on. You coward. You coward. Coward. Just absolute 0 out of 10. Doesn't rename Valifor. Doesn't rename Tidus to be named Adlai, which is what you should name all your characters.
Good.
Better dislike this video.
Yeah, I'm changing my like. It's just it's turning into dislike. I dislike this video.
Unvoted.
I don't get how. I don't get like. I know it's just so they don't have to make a another model, but like.
Yeah, there's no bed sheets.
I really hate how Tidus sleeps with shoes on.
And his lost clothes. Hey, you're supposed to be playing this. It's an interactive dream. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. First, you don't stay away from the summoner, and now.
Where's that boat?
Oh, is this when Jack shows up to
Everyone
like
will
take the
find
piss
us
out of you?
If it
Yes.
doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me?
This is like
Is this like literally just like Tidus's wet dream?
You said you'd go with me.
oh my god,
It's kinda
that is so
disturbing.
awkward.
What?
I love the running in place. It's so great.
Yeah.
Waka told you not to get any
Tidus
ideas.
is torn between first.
did?
Tidus was torn between two
Yeah.
teenagers. Terrible teenage romance.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you're coming with me.
I mean,
Say, like-
Tidus himself is also a teenager, right?
It's true.
The romance options in this game are so... It's such a pointless mechanic. Because it barely affects
You romance
anything.
Kamari, right?
Gonna cry.
I've not actually seen who I get for the cutscenes yet.
It's
I
Kamari.
got Lulu. Like,
Huh? What'd you
I
say?
think I
You actually like
consciously
usually get
did
Lulu
You
for some
have to
reason.
speak loudly.
Just
Yeah.
if Lulu's like the default for some weird reason. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
that makes sense.
It's because a lot of the exposition cutscenes you need to advance the game give points with
You
Lulu.
can do it.
Anyway, you should just get Kamari.
I hate you!
You know you want. You want that sweet furry loving.
Tidus is actually a furry.
This
I also don't get that line. Oh, wait,
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised.
Are you ready?
The first time I saw him.
Belts.
pre
Belts approaching.
He isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought
Thousands
him
of
here in the
belts.
first place.
million different belts.
Belts.
yeah.
So many belts. No more.
Excuses
So-
again.
Yeah, Put back in the
why I feel
doghouse.
Like, that's why I say no one likes cosplaying it.
That's it. No more.
Also, let's put it out there right now before we get to the game. Tidus looks absolutely nothing like Chapu. Like literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
I don't even know where this comes from in the game. Literally looks nothing like Chapu. It's one of the strangest
I think
plot
it's.
points in this game.
I think it's this weird, like, more so, like Waka is projecting Tidus
Scary.
being like Chapu, not so much looking, I
So-
guess.
Who's Chapu?
But like
My
Lulu
little brother.
also says he looks like Chapu. He
Chapu.
really doesn't look any. He
Yeah.
looks nothing like Chapu. Like legitimately.
He's dead?
Yeah, oh well.
Yeah,
He was
it
with the Crusaders
doesn't make
when
sense.
They fought Sin last year. He didn't make it.
Oh,
Because-
I remember what happens next. Next
They
we have
should've-
a
On the
million
day of the
tutorials.
tournament,
They should have just not shown
That's
him
why.
because then it would have been better.
Yes.
I became a guardian.
But then they
to
show a
fight
picture of him
Sin.
and you're just baffled. It's one of-
Revenge
It's
then?
it's just like
That was the
Waka
idea.
with a like leaner
I'm more
build
worried
and
about a
like
stupid game now than avenging my brother.
shorter hair.
Well, after the
Yeah, he
next
looks-
tournament,
Too
I'll be a
much.
guardian full time. I know it kind of looks
Thank you,
like
Waka.
I'm using you, but I'm not.
Sure, Waka.
Reassurances.
I owe you a lot.
Oh
You
god.
really help me out, you know?
I mean, it's not like
And what I
Tidus has a
mean
choice.
is-
Yeah.
But it's not like he has anywhere else to go.
Waka.
Tidus has, like, no choices in this game.
Stop.
No kiss.
You're embarrassing me.
Waka's too conservative to embrace male homosocial. It happens.
It's funny how they have like the rest music, as if you ever have to rest when you can just touch a save spit.
Yeah.
It's weird, because the inns are still in this game, but why?
And the thing
Yeah,
is, the
I mean, it's
inns
true.
do exactly what inns do, but, like, yeah, there's no point, because save spheres break this
Hey,
game.
sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa!
I'm gonna give you this really terrifying water
Yeah, use it well.
aquarium
Never sell
weapon
it.
thing.
I
never
really
thought that weapon.
like how the Brotherhood looks. It's
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
It's cool. It also is
Well,
Tidus' best weapon for
never
basically the
used
entire
it.
game.
a lot of the game. I get very lucky with a weapon drop early
We're taking the same
on,
boat as Yuna, right?
to the point where
Why do we gotta
Tidus
wait
becomes
here?
probably, like, the best
Yuna came to
character
this
for a
village
bit.
10 years ago.
Oh, did
When
you get
the
like a
last
petrified
storm
weapon or
started.
something?
Yep.
Yeah.
The calm?
It
Oh, yeah,
drops from like
never-
the little crab boss,
She's
right?
been like a little
Nope.
sister to me and
Never
Lou.
buy weapons
But
in
she
this
had to
game.
tell it.
Never buy
She
them
became an
unless you're
apprentice.
like, if it's like
Now,
late game and you
today,
want to like
she
sell
lives
it
as a
later.
summoner.
Yeah, you literally just never them.
This is
Like,
our
There's-
journey.
You end up
We should
losing
leave
money,
together.
and money is really important in this game.
There's a couple of weapons which are relatively important to get.
You really don't need
The-
all that luggage.
The counter-strike weapon
they're not
for
really my
Tidus
things.
from Owaka
They're
is
gifts
pretty
for
important.
the temples we're to visit.
Okay, I'll
This
give
isn't
you
a
that.
vacation, Yuna.
But
I guess.
yeah, I always gave
I guess
counter
you're
to
right.
Oran to make up for the fact that he has low speed,
Yes.
She spent the
and
whole
then
night
he
packing.
became
Just
a
gonna
powerful
ditch
player.
that.
Okay, off we go.
So rude.
But the thing is, that bag also shows up on the ship, so
Yeah.
Someone brought it with them.
magical teleporting bag.
She also, you know, still
I'm
gives
pretty
gifts to all
sure
the
it's
temple
just
anyway.
the Square were lazy and decided to reuse the model.
I
Anyway,
mean, wouldn't surprise me.
do you like 20 minutes of Force tutorials? Because I do.
Hey, why don't you
Meanwhile,
try-
Tidus is just out there
I think
slapping
we
dogs
get
with a sword. He
tutorials.
matches. Oh, he's gonna walk to the boat, rabid dogs. I gotta just slice off its head. Sorry, Tidus lives a hardcore life.
You kept up
Yeah.
with it pretty well.
Yesterday he was like living in like the city. He was like, you know, just a professional sports player, just, you know, sitting there, you know,
A fly.
with his
My kind of
blackjack and hookers, and now he has to kill dogs with his sword.
See, it never tells you why Waka is good against flying enemies, it just says that he is. But the reason is because his accuracy is so high.
I mean, it's all like from like a non-gameplay standpoint. It's also probably because, you know, he can just throw a ball at it.
Yeah.
And as we all know, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
It's really weird because basically this entire game for the next 30 hours is rock, paper, scissors.
Looks like trouble.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Waka hates birds.
He just hates dogs.
This is why
Lulu
Tidus
hates
annoys me.
little
Stuff
wild
like that.
monsters.
Beat that thing. If you
Unit
can't beat them down, you gotta
Teals,
use magic of an
I guess.
element they don't like.
Kamari exists to blow himself up at the end of every.
Let's have our black
right?
mage show you what I mean.
And
Lou, you're up.
Orin hits armored dogs, which we'll show later.
Or like Orin also kills like dragons.
And then
Spells of
we
ice
use for
work
killing
well
robots.
against fire fiends.
Yeah.
And ice
See,
fiends are weak
Lulu
against
is
fire
only
magic.
useful for
You
this,
follow?
like these parts of
Yes,
the game.
they basically
where
made
the
her
game-
useful because you have to use it.
Lightning and water
Yes.
Pretty
are
much.
opposed, just like fire
She's
and
also
ice.
good in boss
This one
fights.
here is a water fiend.
Simply because black magic does a lot of damage for, I'd say, like, most of the main story of this game. Up until, like, every boss resists every element.
Yeah, and then she becomes useless forever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for her.
As fun as it is to like watch her like dolls destroy things later on, it's not worth leveling, you know, Lulu up.
Unless you want to see her like disturbingly perverted victory pose.
Take your time.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah,
Yeah, no thank you.
no thanks. I think
Let's get
using
going,
Yuna
man.
can be alright, But the main benefit of Yuna is just summoning in either anima to kill everything, or just summoning in something to take the damage
Yes.
and coming up, and then you just summon something in to tank it.
Especially when like summoning Aeons resets the turn counter.
What's going on?
Yeah. And like you can there's one there's an enemy early on when you're still like trying to gain spheres. But there's an enemy early on that basically just summon the Mega Sisters and that kills it just fine.
Yep.
Like to touch those enemies. So that's the main thing Yuna's useful for.
Well, here's the thing with the Maga Sisters. By the time you get them, like, you've either hopefully broken the game to the point where you don't really need them.
And you have anima, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Although, like, Pasado by Cindy, I think, is probably the theoretical most damaging attack in the game.
Yeah, but who cares about the Maga Sisters?
Even more than attack reels?
Yeah, it's like
it's
like 20 hits.
Who can do the most damage in this game, and that's why I ended up getting his weapon so much. Because he's technically...
and the furries can never be separated. Never be...
Riku is the most useful one, because she has the mixes and they're so good.
Mix breaks the game, yeah.
And also all the little items also.
It's damaging with
So do you make Kamari into Riku?
Yes.
Basically, I always do that. Basically everyone does.
Yeah, it
also,
makes it into...
sucks. What is this?
Which do you make them into?
I make Kamari into Riku basically around the time of Mihan High Road. Just simply because getting, like, a little bit of a leg up on stealing is pretty good.
That's fair.
It's not like Kamari's ever going to be super useful anyway.
Yeah.
And once Riku joins the party, you can officially just put him in the self-destruct
Yes.
duty.
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe.
So now that we talked about this, since you're not at Malenhala Temple, expecting ever since from that point on, named Aeons,
another Yuna's guardians,
and self-destruct from Kamari every battle.
Sometimes we don't understand him either.
Oh god.
Kamari doesn't talk much anyway.
The annoying thing about
He has
10
protected
and
me
how
since
the
I was a
leveling works
child.
is basically you level people up by having them enter a fight, use an action, and do nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much how, that's pretty much the way to level up in this game. And
so when you go to a boss fight, you just like send it. That's what Kamari is actually for. Is you just send him to the boss fight to get like the levels and send it back. That's literally his entire point.
they send him in, use defend,
And I think
and then
we're
they
done
just drop.
here. Yeah,
Oh,
but...
you didn't get Valifor's second terrible limit. What
Yeah,
did you
I
do?
didn't. That's where I fucked up.
Oh, but who cares? Because it's Valifor.
Okay.
I don't think you can at this stage. But I'm
You
not
can. You
sure.
can just
Yeah,
immediately walk back.
no,
and
you
get it.
can. You can immediately run back and get it.
Okay.
I'm
I can
sorry.
do that.
Bin Chicken's second limit.
Okay.
Because we're not calling him Valifor or her Valifor. It's a Bin Chicken.
Okay.
And I'm gonna think of names for all the Aeons, just so you know.
Sure.
Ifrit is Spicy Boy. And I think you should call him all that. All those things.
I think there's an item that lets me rename stuff, so when I get
Oh,
that,
yeah, of
we'll
course.
do that. And
Yeah.
that's
Probably a
it.
mod.
Thank you for watching.